Welcome everyone to Trade with Rob, brought to you by WealthBuildersHQ.com. This update is for Tuesday, August 13, 2024. Hope it's been a great trading day for you. I know it's been a little bit since we've done our last video. I was away in Mexico for a week with my wife, a little bit of business, a little bit of fun. Just getting back to it now, so let's go ahead and dive in. As we do, keep in mind that everything we look at is for education. Nothing's meant to be advice or recommendations. If you find something you like, anything, make sure it fits your own personal risk profile and risk tolerance before ever taking on that trade, that setup, or adding any indicator to your list. All right, so if we go ahead and get started first with our trades from the last update I did, we had nothing. That's when I left and headed out of town. That's when the market about fell apart. Would have been a great time for me to be around trading those days, but I didn't get not a one trade off. So Cigna, Teradyne, and Valero, none of those had anything happen in there on any of those three. We are still up $5,434.44 on our trade setups. We've got 15 winning companies. We've got 6 that went against us. Cost went against us. 1 was a break even, and 17 never produced a trade at all. That was out of 39 candidates. So we have 22 trades in total that we did take. 6 went against us, 1 broke even. $247.02 per trade is the average P&L. We're at about a 68% win rate on these setups of the ones that we're actually putting on. And again, everything is for educational purposes. Nothing's meant to be advice or recommendations. So with that, we look at the S&P 500 first. And yes, we have collapsed. I absolutely mean collapsed in the last week or so, or two. And we've come back towards the end of last week and into today. A little bit of a bounce in there. Still nothing that gives me a clear bullish signal. I talked in depth today, probably for 25, 30 minutes in our free training we do each and every Monday, Power Hour. I'll leave a link down below that you can go and register for that. It's a free training. It is pure core information. Each training results in me talking about trades that we've just done, asking y'all what trades you did. We're going to look at the market. We have a topic for that day. Today's topic was how do we trade this mini crash on the S&P 500. And then we look at candidates if there's time left over that you want to look at that you're considering as a potential trade setup for me to give you my input of what I see when I look at that chart. Not for advice, but what I see on the chart. So there's a link down below. Go ahead and register for that. So when we look at the S&P 500, we're in a bearish neutral bias right now. We're at a rank of 3. We're in the middle of nowhere. This is God's country, baby. We got nothing happening here. I don't have any clear signal. We bounced nicely between the 8 and the fib line, but that's it. That was the only thing we had going for us today. So moving average is in the middle. It's just nothing here is helping us, all right? So, but we do have 3 candidates. So let's go take a look. Very first one is AMGN, right? We look at AMGN. Perfect. Just ignore the orange bar. That is for another training I'm doing right after this one. So right now, AMGN is sitting down here in a neutral bias. Hold on. We were bearish. We're in a bearish neutral bias right here, okay? So we're between the 8 and the 21, the 8 and the 55 rather. 21 is the green line. And we're kind of playing ping pong between that 8 pink and 55 brown line, right? And you can see the color scheme up here of what's what, okay? So we closed in, below that top blue line there. So what are we looking for here to have happen? So in an ideal world, let me get rid of my crosshair there. In an ideal world, this is a bearish setup. I'd like to see a move back up and a failure here. The first question I've got to look at, or first thing I've got to look at here, is do I need to split anything in half here? So 308 to 322, 18, 14 points. No, I don't. Okay. So what we're looking at here is we're going to take that trade as it comes back. It's got to retest near. It doesn't have to hit exact the 322.60. You got to be comfortable and a fail. If and when that does happen, we're looking at 308 as our resistance. Our target on this is going to be somewhere around 310 is going to be my target. My stop will be just on the other side of that fib line. To the upside, I would need a move up, a retest, and a bounce. Right now we're looking at 22, 32, 17. We're still good. I don't need a fib it in there. We're going to take the trade as it bounces in here. So we're looking to get in that trade. After that bounce, our resistance is 339.5. So probably about 337 is going to be our target, and our stop will be somewhere down just below that 322.60. And I don't mean 322. You got to give it some wiggle room. This is a $300 stop. You've got to use your rules for how you stop out of a trade. All right? I'm giving you the setups. You pick how you're going to trade it. BDX, number 2, BDX. I want to see the whole fib on this one. So we've been very much in a sideways mode for months, right? I like it, right? I like the pattern. Where are we? We're sitting right now in a neutral. We're in a neutral bias right now. Barely, but we're neutral. So what are we looking for? It doesn't matter which way it goes first. Down is a little bit of a better move. So give me the move to the downside. Retest and fail. Target is 230. Support is at 230. Our target's going to be somewhere around 232. Actually 233-ish. 233 and a quarter. Somewhere around there. And then our stop is just on the other side. If we take the bullish entry, we move up, pull back and retest and bounce. Right? And here's the entry. Just like I should have done it on the red. The entry would be right in here. Right? So what are we looking for? Resistance is at 239. We're looking at a target of 238. And a stop just below that 234.5 level. All right, so that's 2 in the bag. Hey, I'm going to ask for a favor. Folks, if you find these videos helpful, help us out if you would. Leave a comment down below, like the video, share it, subscribe, make sure you ring the bell. Folks, all of those things help us in the rankings to show this content to more traders just like yourself. All right, back to our next and final trade. We're looking at Berkshire Hathaway. The software that I use is called Omega Charts. It is our private software that we have that we use for our trading, our charting. But whatever software you use is fine. Berkshire Hathaway's symbol is BRK_B. Some trading softwares do not use that. It could be BRK.B. It could be __, dash only. I mean, you've got to look at what it is for yours. Search by name. It's Berkshire Hathaway B shares. That's what the _B is. A shares, you don't know the difference. They're $500,000+ a share. I don't own any, so I don't pay attention to the price, but they're well over $500,000. All right, let me pull this out a little bit, and let's see. 13 to 30 is 17. All right, so we need to split these levels in half. All right, so I'm going to add fibbits in here. And I need a -136, and I need a 118. And all we're doing is splitting these levels in half. None of this is rocket science. Well, it is if you don't know it, I guess, right? But here's the deal. If you go over to tradelikeaboss.com, tradinglikeaboss.com, and you find there's a free Fibonacci training series in there. It's a 3-part series. You'll get 1 part each day, so you have some time to practice the techniques you learn. Each training is about 20 minutes, so they're very short. You'll understand what I do with fibs, how fibbits work, and so forth. So go to tradinglikeaboss.com. I'll leave a link for that down below as well. So we're sitting in a bullish bias right now, rank of 1, magnifique. I love the setup on here, right? And I love Warren. He's awesome guy, awesome trader. So what am I looking for here? Well, on this one, I would prefer to see the move to the upside. So we're going to need a small move up, a retest, and a bounce, right? And that's what we're looking for with the entry to be on the bounce. That's all that dot is showing us is coming off of the bounce. And that's, yeah, believe me, it's a dot. Trust me. Okay. So we're looking at 439 3/4. So probably about 438 is going to be our target. This is our resistance. Okay. And we're going to put our stop just on the other side of that 430 line. If it fails and breaks down, I need to break through, retest, and drop. And if it does, we're going to look at the entry there. And now, for me, these are all day trades. You could take them any way you want. You could do a swing. You could turn it into a credit spread, a diagonal spread, whatever works for you. Right? So we're looking at support at 421.5. So probably about 423-ish is going to be our target. And our stop is going to be just on the other side of 430. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Have a great rest of your day, and I will see you all at our next update. Bye for now.